Does food make you happy?
Fuck yes.
Yeah. It can make a bad day into a good day. If I don't eat, like, I get angry. And I don't know. I don't want that to happen, but, like, that's how my body works.
Did you ever have a time where you didn't feel that way?
No. I don't know. I grew up around food because my dad's a chef. So I always viewed food in a positive light, and I'm really lucky that I have that because I know a lot of people don't. But yeah.
I had a period where I decided I was no longer a fan of food. And I actually, like, thinking back to my past, I think for most of my life, I almost disliked food. I think I actually had to discover liking food instead of swapping to disliking food. Because I just, you know, I always had kind of like body issues with myself, you know, and now I'm covered in tattoos, so that makes it a little bit easier. But before I had that, and looking into the mirror and then going out and my mom had like cooked dinner, that was not a position in which I really felt comfortable. You know, I almost felt like dinner was the least favorite time of the day for me.
Yaka, there are also spoons if that's easier to serve the hummus with.
Yeah.
My mental state affects my relationship to food more than food like affects my mental state, in the sense that like the same meal, if I'm in a good day, it could be like the best meal of my life, while if I'm in a bad day, like I might not even want to eat. And so it just it just really depends, honestly. Yeah.
You know how grandparents kind of force you to eat, and like parents do that as well, and that's like really bad for your child because then you don't listen to your own like appetite, so like you kind of are just forcing yourself to eat, so you create this really unhealthy dynamic with food because from there on you don't really know how to listen to your body, so like you don't really know when you're hungry or not in that sense. You know what I mean with that?
With the years and like experience, I have so much more appreciation for like someone cooking food for you and like actual food. My father, like in the years, had a lot of economics trouble, like problems with money, and like at some point like I couldn't see him for like a whole year because he didn't have enough money to buy food for me and him. He would like cook bread basically and eat that. So like now, like after all that happened, I feel like, you know, if when he cooks for me, I'm just like even much more grateful than like what I used to be. Yeah.
Do you like cooking for other people?
I do, actually. I like cooking for other people more than I cook for myself.
Yeah.
Like when my friends are in my house, I will like put on like a big show and like put on like a table, like candles, like flowers, I don't know, decorations. While when I'm alone, it's just like bread, oil, and like cheese.
I think it's kind of a way to show what you know about a person. Like you can, with a meal, say very much about what you know or about how little you know too.
Because you worked in a bakery, right?
Yeah.
So you know what kind of bread people like?
Yeah, no, I have my regulars. They would come back for the same stuff. But yeah.
Did that make you happy?
Some of them. Some of them were assholes, but some of them were nice. But yeah.
I've tried to have a bad relationship with food and failed. Might be the laziness or the Italian blood, I don't know. But isn't it crazy that me as a young woman coming of age have found myself wishing I didn't enjoy food, wishing I didn't have hunger, wishing I had enough will to not eat. I never ended up having an unhealthy relationship with food. I sometimes tell myself jokingly that I failed at eating disorders. Yeah, there's something human about eating that I could never seem to be able to give up. I had a friend who went through a bad period where she felt like she needed to eat less to like her body. And I remember once we were going out as a group to get some pizzas, and she ordered a salad. And I remember thinking, I could never do that. I could never let such bad thoughts get the best of me. I could never give up the happiness that comes from being surrounded by lovely people, eating lovely food. I will never give that up.